Hello friends, welcome to Oliveboard. I hope you're all doing well and your exam preparations are going good too. Time management is the key factor for any competitive examination. So in this video we are going to discuss how can time management help us in cracking any competitive examination that we are giving. So we have the IBPS SO exam coming up, we have the Canara Bank PO examination coming up, we have the clerk exam also, and then we have various other examinations like NIACL AO. So these are the various examinations that we have coming in the few days. But before we start with the video, don't forget to take up a free mock test provided by Oliveboard by clicking on the link which is provided to you in the description box. So do take up a free mock test and analyze your performance based on the expert feedback you get. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, go ahead and subscribe now to not miss any videos. The foremost thing in time management is scheduling. We know that the syllabus for any competitive examination is very fast. So you have to have a strategy in mind. You have to schedule on how are you going to finish the entire syllabus before the exam is over. So Oliveboard has come up with a study plan for all the upcoming examinations. As we know that the bank exam timetable is at its end, so it becomes very important to brush up all that you've learned and stay put in the game. Hence, you need to make use of a study plan or create a study plan for yourself wherein you give adequate time to learning the concepts and then you give adequate time to practicing all that you've learned, and also the revision component. Revision, unless you revise what you've learned, you will not remember anything. So revision is also very important. You have to get your priorities straight and make a conscious choice. This is the key to time management. You need to know that which are the areas that are comparatively easier and will help you score extra, will consume less of your time and give you the results that you want in the examination, for which you need to make choice between the various topics, between the various subjects or sections. Hence, you have to get your priorities straight. You have to decide which section you want to attend first beforehand, because your examination is not for experimentation. So you cannot go in the examination hall before deciding what will be your order of attempt. You need to know that if you have three sections, which is English, quants and reasoning, you need to know that which is the area that you are very good at and you're going to attempt it first. So decide this beforehand. Go through the exam pattern and get acquainted with the syllabus, but be open-minded and receptive to new ideas and patterns. This will prepare you mentally to ace the examination. You need to know what is your exam pattern for any examination that you're giving. Since we've seen that there has been a change in the exam pattern year on year, there is something or the else which changes. So get acquainted with that and also with the syllabus of the examination. Do take time bound tests, because when you take the speed test, you get an idea of how are you going to manage time in the real examination. Before you take up a test, you directly go to the exam hall and sit. You will not be able to complete the entire paper. It will be very difficult. Hence, you can take up Oliveboard's mock test, which are based on the real examination layout with time limit per section, that will make you practice and get accustomed to the real exam. So for example, if you're giving the IBPS clerk examination, you need to know that all the three sections you have 20 minutes. Hence practicing becomes very important. So do take up time bound tests, and these mock tests will act as a stepping stone to master the time management issue in the examination, and you will get a hang of it only through practice. So practice is the key. Learn to practice. Practice makes the student perfect. So the more you practice, the more you enhance your speed. And the more you enhance your speed, you can manage your time more effectively. You get a grab of the speed. You get to attempt a lot of questions, and even one extra mark that you get because of your enhanced speed can make or break your fate. So it becomes all the more important to have time on your side, and it starts only with practice. Unless you practice, you will not know how much time you have to spend on each question. It requires implementation of perseverance, patience, and courage. Know which question to drop. This is a very important skill which can be honed only through solving mocks on a regular basis. So if you say solve 3 to 4 mocks and you analyze that there are some areas where you're consuming a lot of time and still get those questions are wrong for you, or you cannot attempt them correctly, then you need to analyze that these are the sort of questions you have to drop in the examination. So as we know that there are very few tough questions, they are deliberately placed in a strategic manner, and it becomes very difficult for you to get past them. It is, I mean, you need to know what the exam environment is, how is it going to be. Hence, only practice, attempt mock tests, know how are you performing through a series of tests, and then you know which are the questions you have to drop in the examinations. There are some lengthy types questions which require more than 5 minutes to solve. So it creates stress in the examination, and because of this, easy questions might also seem difficult to attempt. So what happens is when we get stuck with questions based on sitting arrangement or puzzles, so we just get stuck to it. We give 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and sometimes we cannot crack those questions, and hence we end up missing out on the easier ones. So it's better to avoid them at first and attempt them at the end if you have time. So you have to be sure that you are scoring maximum points. You have maximum points in your bag by solving the easier questions. What should be your ultimate goal? You need to define what is your end goal. Here it would be to attempt as many questions as possible in the minimum possible time. You need to know that out of the 100 questions which are asked to me, at least I will go through all the 100 questions and try to attempt 80 plus questions for sure. Okay, and finish it in the time that is given to you. Leave a question you do not know, because this will save your precious time, and you can utilize the time that you've saved in a question to solve other questions which are comparatively easier or which you're very sure with solving. Time management will not only help you in the examination but also helps in the long run. So it is not only refrain to these examinations but in life as well. It is a good habit which, when inculcated, improves to be one of the most important steps in the success ladder for anyone. So saying no to distraction is a conscious choice, and planning well ahead of time helps in overcoming the hurdles. That's all we have for you in this video. I hope you like the video. Do share it with your friends, and if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, go ahead and subscribe now to not miss any videos. Thank you.